Well, I'm actually out for a fishing trip. It's been quite a while. The last 28 days I've only done one other fishing trip apart from this one, and that was a blank. I had one hook pull, a couple of other chances, and I felt a little bit off the mark with my striking. I was after chub on another small river, and yeah, a little bit crestfallen at the time to have missed those chances, but at the same time, having not been out fishing for that amount of time, it was just nice to get bankside. You know, I'm sure you guys know how it is. Life sometimes catches up and gets in the way, and you can't get out like you would like to. But heading out today to fish the lovely small waterway and hopefully chance my arm at some chub and perch. I've got a mixture of baits, maggots, lobworms, redworms, cheese paste and bread, so covering both species quite well. But the conditions are lovely. It's nice and dull. There's not even a wisp of wind in the air, and yeah, it's quite a nice day. So hopefully we'll see us bank a fish or two. Just travelling very light, as you probably noticed. I haven't got the green bucket with me. I've got all my gear trimmed down and in my rucksack. Got a short light aluminium landing net pole and the Drennan ultralight mini feeder rod set up with low resistance link leisure, which is, as you know, one of my favourite methods for getting under features and fishing under debris and flotsam. And Drennan ultralight mini feeder rod, 9 foot in length, very nice and light, very compact, very good for sneaking into tight swims on small tributaries and those kind of capillary style rivers and small feeder rivers. So where the reel's concerned, you've seen it before, it's the Silstar Matrix, nice compact, about 500 size reel. That's loaded with Shimano Invisitech Technium in 6-pound breaking strain. Using a 2-ounce tip today, and as I say, going to just have a rove about, see if we can pick up some perch, some chub, and get a nice bend in the rod or two, and hopefully a decent chub turns up. As I say, covering both bases, bringing the lobworms with me and the redworms, so that way I've got a chance at a few perch as well. But as I say, as I always say, more so than ever, it's just nice to be out and nice to be able to be filming another video to share across with you chaps. Anyway, let's not waffle on too much. The ground bait I've got with me is liquidised bread, and that's got a little bit of birdseed in with it. It's dampened down with a little bit of the liquid from the birdseed, and it's got a light inclusion of krill, so it gives a nice aromatic shrimpy flavour and scent trail into the water, so we're attracting the fish but at the same time we're not overfeeding them. And there's a few maggots and casters mixed in with the liquidised bread. That's a mixture of white bread and a little bit of wholemeal. Anyway, I'm absolutely aching to go fishing, so I'll see you guys in a bit, and yeah, let's crack on, shall we? Looks like a nice chub. Oh, reasonable fish. Nicely conditioned anyway. Lovely Chubbly. There we go, a nice 4-pounder, cracking scrap, just taking on the lobworm there, run into the main channel with the link leisure, just after I fed in a few free offerings of loose fed maggot. Sometimes it's a better option than liquidised bread, because doing that can spook the fish quite easily and put them down, whereas a few little maggots going in, very little disturbance. But yeah, very happy with this after not getting out for such a long time and only having one recent trip in about 28 days. It's just nice to have a cracking looking Thames tributary 4-pounder. Yeah, very happy. Beautiful. Let's get it slipped back, see if there's a few more about, and then perhaps move on. But yeah, brilliant. Quite a mild day for December, really. As you can probably tell, I have grown a beard. Or shall I say, I'm in the process of growing a beard. Cheeky blighter. Is there any trouble? Did think about bringing the river purist with me at 12 foot in length, but then it swings and roundabouts with certain swims that you won't get into with a longer rod. Then when you've got a shorter rod, you've got less purchase if the fish do go under the snags, and it's out of the reach bit of a shorter rod. Oh no, that's a mint condition fish. Not going to weigh it. I guess the mate is probably pushing on for 2 pounds. £1 3/4, 2 pounds. But yeah, it's a plump, fresh looking fish, and it's quite a live one. I tried to put me in those snags on the near margin. Managed to actually quite staunchly bully it out. A little bit unorthodox, wasn't I? But sometimes you do need to be a little bit unorthodox to be able to land the fish, especially on a shorter rod than me, going to the snags at a funny angle. Don't get quite the same level of control, even though the shorter rods do allow you into spots where longer rods would be impossible to get into. But there we go. As I say, not going to weigh it. I'd say it's pushing on, if not 2 pounds, thereabouts, as a guesstimate. But yeah, very nice too. Nice proud dorsal. And it's certainly got a nice looking build to it. Very nice condition too. Grow on to be a beefy chevin, I think. As you can see, that's the breadcrumb mixture. That's wholemeal, white bread, birdseed, a little bit of krill in there, and a little bit of maggot and custard. And it has been dampened down just a little bit with the liquid that's in the birdseed. tippy bite that was. Just off the edge of the gravel run here where it starts to shallow up, and there's a lot of streamer weed. Well, that was a lively scrap, just an ounce over £2. Just nice to be out today and get in amongst a few of my favourite species, the old chevin. Yeah, really wonderful. Once again on the lobworm, just cast to an area where the river begins to shallow off to a nice gravel run. Yeah, very welcome. Anyway, it's a bit of a live wire, so let's get it slipped back, shall we? Small one. Typical kind of tap 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 springboard bite. Nice brassy youngster. Lovely condition and quite a springboard style bite there. But yeah, very welcome. Love them all, large or small, especially when they're in such good condition. Lovely condition, brassy, short, stocky, chubby chub, £3. That was just on the bread, but I've missed a couple of others. Well, had a hook pull and a couple of others on the bread. Yeah, as I say, nice, short, chunky fish, £3 exactly. And it's a rather live wire, real good scrap, went out into the main flow. And yeah, with a nice bend in the Drennan ultralight. Very, very welcome, enjoying this. I don't know when they're going to start becoming apprehensive, because they will at some point, but whilst they're still feeding and I'm still getting chances and catching, I'm going to wait until any more bites have expired before I move on. But yeah, wonderful. Nothing that quite clears the mind like going fishing. It's a mixture of escapism and adventure at the very same time. Oh no. Get off him. I've got a big pike taking the chub head first. Leave him alone, you bastard. Oh God. I've never seen that before in my life. Not head first on a half-decent chub. He's clamped down on it and to try and land them both. I've got them both. Oh, I hope that chub's alright. It's not something you see every day. Wow. I'll see if that poor old chub's okay. Oh God. Just lunged him as I was playing him. Crikey. Well, that's not something you see every day, is it? £11 15 ounces of angry pike that dashed out from underneath the tree roots and nearly bit off more than it could chew. Head first on what looks a nice chub. Chub seems okay apart from a bit of scarring. You greedy git. You too. Why didn't you pick on some roach or some smaller chub? That's a nice golden chub and you've made him imperfect. Or shall I say her imperfect? You unsociable so-and-so. No, all joking aside, the old water wolf. Quite a shocking sight to see him dash out for that size kind of chub. Anyway, let's get it slipped back. And you leave my chub alone until I come back down and do some dead baiting for you. Then you can have a munch. I just thought I'd show you that anyway because that's quite something to see with them both in the net. Especially when you're grabbing them head first, eh? Well, when I said that pike bit off more than it could chew, yes, a nice golden flank chub of £4 7 ounce was a bit too much for it to handle. As you can see, it's not in quite as immaculate condition as it once was. Luckily the pike grabbed its head as such, a nice bony structure to protect it. I should think over the years to come it will have some tales to tell its compatriots. I can imagine them all being sat round a table sharing a chevin snack or two, some cheese paste and bread flake, and this one sat there saying, "Gather round, children, let me tell you the time where I was grabbed head first by a pike, and of the angler that netted me and the pike." Yeah, anyway, let's get it slipped back, shall we? It's the largest of the day and it's still a lovely chub regardless. They're just, you know, they're just life marks, something to it's experienced and hopefully will heal up from. Another pristine chevin. You have to excuse me, I didn't get time to record in this swim, me playing the fish. Literally got the camera in position, cast out before I could set it to record, and the cheese paste was off and away it went. Absolutely lovely take, lovely bite, just engulfed the cheese paste, and that's the cheese paste that I use. That's blue cheese and krill, garlic, salt, a little bit of milk powder as well. If you want to see the recipe that I use to make my cheese paste, I've put a link in this video description down below, and that'll, if you click on it, it'll take you straight to the cheese paste recipe video that I made that I use for my chub fishing. But yeah, not a massive fish, but £2 7 ounces, very, very welcome and pristine condition. Anyway, without further ado, let's get this chub slipped back. I've got to say though, I've really enjoyed today. There's a lot of things going on with other people in my family, and I don't want to say too much because it is my private life. It's been very hectic lately, so just to get out, let alone catch a few on top, is just very, very special. Oh, we're in again. Looks a better fish to me from here anyway. Looks a better fish. Yeah, I think it's a bit. That's a better fish. Bad fish as well. Typical net bramble argument going on there. Here you go. Wow, this is a nice fish. £5 exactly. It's a lovely, lovely looking chub. Very nice. Portly, yes. Brassy, yes. Blunt headed, yes. Couldn't resist the grilled cheese paste? You bet. That was a stonking, taking a really good scrap. Nearly tripped trying to kneel down the plate after hitting the record button there. That wouldn't have been so fun. Straight in on top of my ultralight and upside down like a tufted duck floating down the river. That's how I would have imagined it would have happened. But yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Lovely build to it, thick set fish, and that's the largest of the trip. Whether it's the last, I don't know. I am going to have to be going in another half hour to 45 minutes, so we shall see. But yeah, very nice indeed. Let's get it slipped back. Well, it's got to that time where I've got my gear all packed up. I'm going to have to be heading off. It's coming up to 6:45. It's been an enjoyable day's fishing. Could say maybe I spent a bit too long in that first swim, but it was producing fish, so that's why I stayed. Still covered quite a few different spots, and it's been thoroughly enjoyable. Just great to get out again, because as I said, I've not been out much at all in the last 27 days, and hopefully that'll be changing now. But yeah, really enjoyable, especially that last chub. Nice to have a £5-pounder, and it's been just an enjoyable day in general. Quite surprised with that pike trying to ingest a £4 7 ounce chub head first. It's not something I've seen too regular happen. Plenty of smaller fish being taken by pike, but not a sizable chub like that. While it was quite scarred up, it did go back fighting fit, or as fit as it could. As I say, because it got taken head first, I think the actual pressure was on, you know, hard bone and cartilage. So thankfully, in that sense, there was no, you know, severe injury or mortal wounding of the fish, which was great. But yeah, gotta say, that did make me, you know, do a double take, stare down, and like, oh my god, pike's come dashing out from the tree roots and grabbed this fish. Yeah, certainly not something I have seen happen ever before, not with that kind of size of chub anyway being grabbed. I've put a link in the video description below for any of you chaps that might be new to my channel or might not have watched the video, and that's will take you straight to my cheese paste video if you click on it. That's the krilled blue cheese and garlic and milk powder cheese paste, that recipe that I use, and I used it today. It produced that £5 chub. It's a reliable cheese paste mix. It's never let me down. But yeah, hope you've all enjoyed the video. It's been great to get another video out to you chaps and ladies. who watch the videos. It's always nice to be able to share them across via YouTube or social media in general, and I always enjoy reading your comments and just chatting to you over the comments section, answering any questions. So if you have enjoyed the video, do consider giving it a thumbs up. That'd be very kind of you and most appreciated by myself. And if you're new to my channel, click the red button below and click the bell icon, and you'll be kept notified with all my future updates and uploads. And I've always got a nice back catalogue of older videos for you to peruse. What I'll try to do, I will try to get maybe a video or two out before Christmas. I can't guarantee it, of course. I might do some fishing over the festive period, but that's a maybe or maybe not. I'll have to see how things pan out, how things go. I just want to say, if I don't get a video out before Christmas, and this is my only video prior to Christmas, just in case I don't, I just want to wish you all a very safe, healthy and enjoyable Christmas, and I hope a lot of you anglers get any fishing tackle that you're hoping to get on Christmas Day. I hope your dreams come true on that front. And you know, just want to say thanks as well for your continued support of the Fishing for Memories channel. And you know, as I said before, you guys make up this little friendly community that we've built up together, and I do appreciate that. Anyway, I'd best be heading off, because when I get picked up, if I'm not there waiting, I'll get told off. My mum won't be happy, I'm telling you. Anyway, from Mr. Slightly ginger beard Father Christmas, and I can assure you that is a real beard, no matter how bad it looks. I'll see you on another Fishing for Memories video. Take care, goodbye.